welcome back to the channel. It is Monday morning, time for my weekly What Sold video. We've got 18 items on eBay, one over on Mercari, and a gross profit of over $1,300. So I'd say that's a pretty good weekend. Let's dive in. All right, thank you guys so much for the comments on the last video. If you did not watch the last one that just went out on Friday, I made an announcement that I am coming or going this week up to Phoenix to have skin removal surgery. This is kind of like my mommy makeover, and after having lost a lot of weight last year due to my gastric sleeve, I'm fully transparent about how I lost the weight. So by doing that giant transition, one of the fun things about preparing for major surgery is I can't take all of my vitamins. And you guys, I need my vitamins. So I guess the fish oil is the one that I take for my brain. That's the one that helps things flow. And oh my God, if you have any kind of brain fog issue, take your fish oil, because I feel it tremendous, having been off of that now for last Wednesday. So almost a week I've been off of it, and I can definitely feel it. So this video, I may be a little, can't come up with words, and that is why. But thank you guys for supporting on this. I'm very excited for this surgery. I know it is 100% cosmetic, and I know this is a very, not entitled, but I am blessed to be able to have this procedure, and I am looking forward to what it's going to do. But as I said in the video, I am going to be awake for it. So I wanted to make sure that I did not do any anesthesia, because with my TBI in January, anesthesia would be an absolute nightmare. If I think it's bad to be off of my fish oil, imagine being put to sleep for 5 hours. Let's see how Jennifer wakes up from that. No, thank you. So the only way I was going to be able to do this procedure, which I've been wanting since I signed the paperwork to have the sleeve surgery, I knew that loose skin is not a side effect. It's a lovely thing that happens after you lose weight. That's just what it is. And genetics has a lot to do with that. Some people end up with flat bellies, some do not. And I am in that category. So I knew I was going to have the loose skin, and luckily husband is very supportive, and I get to go have it all removed. So I am very excited, very nervous, but thank you guys for all the love in the comments. All right, so let's dive into what we did come for, and that is my What Sold video. You'll just get a side of crazy Jennifer brain when it wants to think and when it does not want to think. I have no control. But luckily, I get my fish oil again in like a week. So I think it's 1 week post-op that I get to start taking it again. Hallelujah, I need it. It's funny because I never thought fish oil, like what could that really be doing? No, it does a lot. It really does a lot. It really helps me be able to come up with the words when I need them. And that was one of the side effects of the TBI, is always being kind of just brain dead. Like, I know what that item is, but what the heck do I call it? And it's like, the fish oil made that better, and then I come back to no fish oil, and yeah, it's back to that square. So I need my fish oil. Okay, but we've got sales to go over. So I said 18 on eBay, gross profit of $12.86. One item over on Mercari, and that was right around a $50-ish item. So yeah, we're looking at over $1,300 in a weekend sale. Sorry, I'm drinking some bubbly hydration drink, and it's making me burpy. But we've got some small potatoes in here too. We've got one that will blow you away for $400. Not over, it was at exactly. I took an offer. $400. Yeah, for one item. So that's what really jumped these totals, and that's what made me over $1,300. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a $1,000 weekend, and thankful for that one item. All right, so this guy right here is the little Pillsbury Doughboy, the little hoo-hoo. Oh, he's cute. He was either free or a quarter. I don't remember, but I know I wouldn't have paid much. He might have actually been in the free box, or again, I paid a quarter for him. It would not have been more than that because I don't remember buying him. So he sold for $7. He is old as dirt because the picture shows it on the white bottom. I changed my photo station 2 years ago, roughly 2 years ago. So I know the stuff that has that background is really old. And if someone sends an offer, just take it, Jennifer, because I need to get rid of that stuff. It's old and it just needs to go. So little Pillsbury went for $7 plus shipping. So that's all right. He's going to be super cheap to ship. I'll put him in a poly bag and off he goes. All right, next small potato goes to this Lincoln Electric Viking cover lens. All right, it goes to a, what do you do with that? Laser or something. All right. Okay, I don't remember. Whatever that head mask is that you do with the tool. What is that tool? All right, you guys are going to have a blast with this video because I will just be brain dead. Whatever this tool is, it's a cover for it. I paid $1 at my bins, my Amazon liquidation bins, and it sold for $16. Yes, it's free shipping, but again, super easy to ship. It's just going to go into a poly mailer. What the heck is it called when you do that? It's not laser. It's not a light. Oh, all right. Well, hubby can put the lovely word on the screen so I don't look that dumb. Okay, then we've got... Scroll. Okay, now we've got a couple video games. First one is Assassin's Creed. These are PSP games, PlayStation Portable. It's what they were. This was at a garage sale. I bought a whole box of games for $20, and there were probably 30 games in there. So I'm going to say that they're an average of $1 a piece for the sake of my spreadsheet, and you will also get the total at the end to include the cost of goods and the fees and everything, so you see what I actually made of that $1,300 profit. I don't get to keep all of that. That's gross. So my net profit, you'll get at the very end, because I can't do the math while I'm talking. I have to put it in after I film, after I ship all my labels. Then it tells me what my total is, and I put that at the end of the video. So you're welcome. So I paid, I'll say $1 each. We have Assassin's Creed, and that one sold for almost $18. And then we have Metal Gear Solid that sold for $20. So again, we're at almost 20 bucks a piece, and I paid $1 each. So that $20 box is probably 200 plus worth of video games. These are the ones that were the hotter ones. I still have some to list that were not the hot ones that I need to bundle. So I was going to list like 5 or 6 of them in one listing for like 20 bucks and bundle it all up. Those are the items that are on my to-do list while I am out of order next week. So I may not, or I know for sure I will not have a video this coming Thursday, or Friday, and then, because I'm not going to be able to go to any sales this weekend. And then I will not guarantee next Monday's what sold, but I'm going to try. So we'll see how I feel if I'm up to doing the filming. I mean, luckily this is tedious work. I'm just standing here talking to you. So it's not like I'm building a house or anything crazy. So my listing pile is going to be what I go after next week. Without having a weekend of sourcing, I have plenty of inventory to list. And it's stuff that I can just sit in my chair and type it into my computer. So, and the kids will help me take pictures. Liberty loves taking pictures for me. So I'll put her to work and make her take the pictures, and then I can do the listings, and I can still get business done even if I am not able to go sourcing next week. All right, so I went over those. Then we've got another small one here. What's nice with these small profits is that they're also very small items. So shipping them is going to be easy breezy. Like, could not be easier than shipping these items. Stick them in a bag, put a label. Stick it in a bag, put a label. Like 10 seconds each is all it's going to take to ship these. All right, then we've got, this was another bin find. I got 2 of these on Dollar Day. It is some kind of water valve. I don't know. Some kind of water valve. Somebody knows what the heck that is. But it does something to your water. And it sold for 25 bucks. I paid $1. So I love these multi-quantity listings where I can find multiple of the same thing and just say that I have that many of it. One-time listing, and it'll continue to pay as they sell. My favorite. All right. This next one is a brand new book set. This one's called Ninja Life Hacks Leadership Box. I was going to keep these for my kids. It's about, there's Brave Ninja, Calm Ninja, Worry Ninja, Inclusive Ninja, Grateful Ninja, Focus Ninja, Mass Ninja, and Hangry Ninja. So all the big feelings that these kids have, these are books to go over that. Decision making, like, man, there are some really good ones in here. But I don't see my kids reading them, and I'd rather just get the money for it. It sold once already. They changed their mind and sent it back. They probably found it cheaper somewhere, but then I have to pay the shipping. So it's annoying. So this one's going to be very little profit because I already lost a bunch of the profit having to pay to ship it back, but, or at least I only paid one way of the shipping. So shipping it to them, they paid to ship it back, but now I've got to pay to ship it again because it's free shipping. Annoying. So I paid roughly $5. I think it was either $5 or $8 day at the bins, and it sold for $30. Free shipping. So yes, I probably should have kept it this round, knowing it was such a small profit, but that's right. Again, my kids have 1,000,001 books. I am not depriving them of their reading. All right. Next up, we got another small item. I love these. Another $1 day item. This is bins. My bins are the Amazon liquidation. I think I just said that. And a lot of people ask, well, how do I find those in my area? It varies dramatically because unlike the Goodwill bins, they don't have a Goodwill logo. They don't use the Goodwill branding. Like when you type in Goodwill, you'll find Goodwill bins. But Amazon bins, they're not just Amazon, and they're not even associated to Amazon. They're just buying pallets from liquidation centers and putting it into their own store and charging their price per day. So the easiest way to find them in your area is just by typing in liquidation centers and your nearest big city, and you should be able to find something. But unfortunately, they don't usually last. And I can see like the one that I'm going to right now is definitely on a downhill spiral, but milk it while you can, when you can, and see what you can find. So this was $1 day. It's a Star Trek DVD set. I mean, it's brand spanking new, still sealed, no brainer for $1, and it sold for $30. So again, these $1 into 30, I'll do that all day long. Those are the easy ones. All right, then we've got, move some stuff. Okay, this one I've had for a while. I don't know why it took so long to sell, and I don't know why it went for hardly anything. This was $15 day at my bins. It's a Wi-Fi like Linksys set. So of course this should have been like $100 item. I don't know why it's not. I don't know if it's an error in my listing. I don't know if it's just an older model. What in the world happened? But it sold for $35. Free shipping. So take my 15 minus the shipping, minus the fees. I probably made $10 on this. Like it's sad and depressing, but at least I got rid of it. It's a big item, so I'm just happy to get it out of my store. And now I know, look those babies up before you buy them. Because that's the thing with all electronics, all technology, is that value changes so dramatically. Like it could be $100 item one week, go a couple weeks later, and it's worth like $10. Like they really do change like that. That is why I take the time to look up every single item. Because it changes. Okay, next up. This is one that I had 2 of them. One finally sold last week, one selling this week. And it is a dome cover to a outdoor playpen. So when your kids or your pets are in their little playpen and now we are absolutely covered in mosquitoes, this will keep those bugs out of there. Oh, it's funny. I said mosquito and it made me itch. It's funny how that works. So it's a Hiccapop cover, and it's just the cover. It's just going to go into a poly mailer. Could not be easier. There's nothing breakable in here. It is just the cover to this fancy dome playset. And it sold for $30. And I think I paid $5. But again, I've had it for a very long time. Like probably 3 years. Like this is one of my original bin finds. All right, this next one, this is another one of those multi-quantity listings. I found 5 of these on $8 day at my bins. So I knew the margins are not huge, but one listing to say I have 8 of them or 5 of them is worth the $8. So I had, I said 5. So I've sold, this is my second one. So now they're starting to go. I don't know if some of the older ones are already sold out, but mine are now the hot one. And it sold for $40. So 8 into 40. No, it's not a huge margin, but it's still like a $20-ish profit. And I only had to list it one time. And they're super easy to ship. Because again, this guy is going into a poly mailer. There's nothing breakable in here. He's already in a box. I'm not going to put him in another box, but I'm not going to go and stick a label on that. That would just be tacky. So I'll stick it in a mailer. And then off he goes. I love these easy shippers. I do have a couple items that'll be the doozies, but I like the easy ones. Okay, next up. This one is I thought she was a repeat buyer. I'll have to see, see what else she bought from me before. Silverware. So these are the Oneida Flourish. These are the 1810 Flourish design. I took an offer. Yes, these are worth a lot more than what I just took. It's 4 forks. It was on sale. 30% off, and then we kept playing the offer game, and finally it came back to $40 for 4. Yes, I'll take it. I think I paid probably $20-25 for a whole set of silverware, separate them up to make the most, and $40, yes, I'll take it. Even if I paid $5 for it, it's worth it for 40. And I'll just get to, again, easy mail, wrap it in some paper, stick it in a poly mailer. It's not breakable. They're forks. So I'll just make sure that they don't get damaged in shipping by wrapping it up. All right, next up, we've got some whiteboard Bibles. All right, let's see if I can find it without making a mess. Oh my goodness. Of course, it has to be at the very bottom. There we go. All right. Oh, $2. You still have the price on there. Okay, so I paid $2 for this. And it is a complete set of this, like, DVD. It was kind of a weird one. Yes, it's not a very high item. I've had it for a while, so it was not a fast seller. But knowing that they were pretty rare and they were as cheap as they were and they were brand new, someone was going to need it. It did take a little while. I think this was early 2024, so it's been over a year that I've had it, but it's still sold for $56. Yes, please. I paid $2. Yeah, for the whole box. I'll probably put a sticker over that so they don't see my $2 price tag, but this is the box it's going in. It's already pre-labeled, and yeah, so this is already in his box. I'll just add some more fluff so it doesn't flip and flop too much. And I'll mark up the $2 price tag and $55. Crazy. Okay. We've got a purse. Ugh. This is another one that is old as dirt. White background, so it's at least 3+ years old. And I mean, it's a beautiful purse. It's a Coach. It is blue leather. I mean, it's a beautiful bag, yes. So I paid $5. Garage sale or my thrift store, I don't remember. And I took an offer of $50. Like, yes, I have had it for this long. I am almost to the point of going through my inventory and getting rid of stuff that's that old. If it hasn't sold by now, just get rid of it, Jennifer. There's no reason to hoard it. It's not selling. Get rid of it. I have a 30% off sale already happening, so I think that's triggering what a lot of this stuff is. But if it's still not going with this 30%, like, just take the tax write-off and donate it. That's my motto. Okay, so this bag, like I said, $50 plus shipping. I'll take it. All right, then we've got... I need a bigger space for this. I guess this one I don't really have to pick up. Okay, this one is a engine timing belt water pump for a Honda something. It says it right here. It's actually still sealed, so I didn't even open this. He is still sealed. Yeah, hopefully it's all in there, right? But it is brand new. Whatever car part this is, I paid... This was $8 day from April, so it's only 4 months old. Paid $8, and it sold for $76 because of the coupon. But somebody needed it. All right, now we are getting... Nope, we still haven't gotten to 3 digits yet. So it's a lot of the smaller stuff, but it's good. It all adds up. All right, this next up is a Sansone Walk Blaster. Stepper cardio exercise thing. I don't think it does anything. You just step on it. Yeah, it is literally just a step. It doesn't vibrate. It doesn't do walking. You literally just step on it. I don't know why it's so fancy, but it was $5 at my local thrift. Yes, I will need a jumbo box for it, but boxes don't scare me. I have a lot of recycled boxes. And he sold for $79. Yeah, $80 for a step. Like, that just blows me away. All right, then we've got one of my favorites, Hexclad. I have a lot of these. I still have a lot that I just picked up last week, just on Friday, that I need to list. But this is the Walk of Hexclad, and they are used, yes, but they have the lid, and they're in pretty good condition. And it sold, so I paid $15 for these, and it sold for $79 plus shipping. I'm not doing free shipping on a giant frying pan. But yeah, so this one is used. They all are. So they all just kind of need a good little seasoning, whatever we call it. But $80 for a frying pan. Pretty awesome. Okay, okay, we're finally breaking 3 figures. We're finally going to triple digits. But before we do, let's go over to the Macari one real quick. Wherever that just went. This was 15. I think it was 15. Out of your spreadsheet. Yeah, this was on $15 day. And it's not showing up. Refresh. Give it to me. Here we go. It is a Warhammer figure. I did buy a lot of these that day. Anything Warhammer, these are only going to get better because they are coming out with some kind of new movie with Warhammer, and the diehards are going to be investing in their collection. So I still have a bunch. That's pretty cool. These are sealed, brand spanking new, and I took an offer, $48. So no, it's not a huge profit, but as small as it is, no, I am not putting this in the poly bag. I don't want it to get destroyed. So I have a lot of smaller boxes. This will go into a box for sure. But yeah, $50. I'll take it. Okay, back over to eBay land to my final 2 items. One is this one. I think this was definitely at that garage sale. I think you guys were with me. It was a garage sale where they had a bunch of stuff still in his boxes. So this guy here, I want to say I paid $5 to $10. I did not put it in my spreadsheet. I know, womp womp, silly me. So I paid $5 or $10. It's tested, it works, and it sold for $109. I will box and unbox it again. I don't want to tag it with labels and things that FedEx and UPS put on it. But again, I've got plenty of boxes. I've got my VCR box that I'll probably put it in, tape it up, and send him on his way. And all right, are you guys ready for the grand finale? Okay, this is an epic find. It is a small find. I did not film there. This was at an estate sale that they have asked me not to film at. So I don't get to film at this sale anymore, which is fine. I love going to them. I love supporting them. I will never burn a bridge when they help me as much as they do. So this sale here, I finished the sale. I left with a few items, and then this one was kind of in the back of my head. And like, how much is it? Like, I don't think she even had a price on it. So I'm like, all right, let me go back and see how much she wants for it, because I did a quick search in my car. I don't think I officially found it when I got home. It's one of those that is super rare. I love that saying. And it wasn't on my phone, so I had to go into the deeper search of research in eBay. You can do it on your phone. It never works for me. So I like to do it from my computer, where you can go back the 3 years and see how much it sold for in the past. And it had sold for like $500 and up, $400 to $500, and there were none available. That's how rare it was. So I'm like, all right, let's see. So I go back, and it was $5. $5. So I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. I was getting some lowball offers as I'm waiting on it. $100, $200. I'm like, okay, Jennifer, you paid $5. You don't have to be greedy. You paid $5. So I'm like, really? $200? That's just going to be someone who wants to resell it and still make their profit. Which, yes, usually I'm fine being the middleman, but that's just insulting. So I denied those $100 to $200, and this person came in with a $400 offer. I'd be stupid to say no. Yeah, I had it listed, I think, at $600, but that's more just kind of feel the air, see what happens. I took an offer. If this person is a middleman, or if I'm the middleman for this person, they're not going to be making a whole lot of money. So, I mean, how can I say no to that? It was $400 for a $5 purchase. Okay, I hope I'm making that very clear. It is I know, it looks like junk. It is a golf trainer, you guys. It's called a Flamer Perfect Golf Swing Trainer. It's old. I mean, look at this picture. Does it have any dates on here? No. It has a whole lot of really old golf players that are probably dead by now. No, there's no dates on here. It is complete. I was looking at pictures of it, so it is complete. Based out of California. I mean, just the paperwork is just super cool. Like how old this stuff is. Um, yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, how in the world is this worth so much? It is, like I said, it's complete. It's got all of its little pieces in here. I was surprised that it was worth as much as it was, but yes, I will take it. And it sold for $400. Wow. I will keep it in this box. I will go ahead and probably just stick some paper in there just to keep it from flipping and flopping. Tape it up really well and stick a label on it. There's nothing wrong with this box. All right, you guys, you got to see all 18 items on eBay, one over on Mercari. You will get a breakdown at the very end. But when I'm talking about my spreadsheet where I keep track of all of my inventory and all of my sales, I have that available for you down in the description. It is called the Desert Dashboard. That is a spreadsheet that I've created that helps you keep track of all of your eBay business. And it is one-time investment, and you can use coupon code DESERT10 to get $10 off of it. I house it all in Google Sheets, so anywhere that you have Google Sheets, your phone, your tablet, your computer, your laptop, anywhere that you have Google, you have access to it. So I get to see my sheet here on my laptop, I can see it on my phone, and then on my billing computer that I use out in my hallway, I can see it on there too. So that's what I love about it. Everywhere I go, I can see the spreadsheet. It keeps track of my inventory, my taxes, my fees, my deductions, my miles. I'm trying to think of all the tabs on the bottom. There's so many ways that you can use this spreadsheet, and you can grab it down below. I also have a free spreadsheet or a free chart called the BOLO list. Be on the lookout. That is also yours for free in the description. And that one is just top brands, top things to look for if you're starting out as a reseller and you want to grow your business. Grab that one for free down below. Thumbs up to YouTube. Tell it that you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss anything reselling in the future. And I will see you guys on the next video as a different person. All right, you guys, have a fabulous, fabulous week. Thank you all so much for the love, support, and the prayers. And I will give you guys an update on it when I have another video. All right, take care.